We kept y'all waiting for far too long, Eagles Nation.
Yes, sir.
Hey,
Let's
welcome
get
to
it.
Broad Street.
Y'all know what time it is.
It may be preseason, Eagles
Hey!
Nation, but no again. How about them Eagles? Cause that feels good.
Yes, sir.
That
Yes,
feels
sir.
good. That feels woo good.
Woo! Let's
Fly, Eagles, fly, on the road to victory. Fly, Eagles, fly, score a touchdown, 1, 2, 3. Hit 'em low, hit 'em high, and watch our Eagles fly. Fly, Eagles, fly, on the road to victory. EAGLES, Eagles!
Yes, sir, Eagles
yes,
Nation.
indeed.
Welcome to Broad Street. Welcome to episode 52 of the Birds of Broad Street. I am your uncrowned champion, your host of the most, the man of the hour, the host of the Birds of Broad Street. Your boy Mizzy Miz Cool Cat usually representing the Fizzers. We got the owner of BIRDGANG Nation Sports Media, the man of 1,000 shows, Jalen freaking Hurts, number one fan, BG, third one.
Let's get them. Let's get them. Another fine
Yes,
preseason game.
sir.
We're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk. How you guys doing today? Everybody good today?
We
I feel like
doing good.
Man, the
energy
I would
vibes
be
is
even
good, bro.
better.
is
I
kicking
would
up
be
another
even
notch.
better. Yep, I would be even better if no game warming
Hey,
up.
yeah! Warm this thing up, though. You know what time it is. You know you are when you know who you rocking with. It's your boy Philly Notion. Hey, Birds of Broad Street. Y'all already know how we rocking. But let's check the 4K. Hold on. Hey, Lambo. Hey, one step at a time because we coming back for it. Check, ring, check. Y'all know we all the way in there. Hey, let me see the belt real quick, cool kid. Let them see
Yeah.
how we let them
Yeah.
know how we coming, my G.
We on the road to this. Let them know.
Gang, listen, if y'all new to
Look
this
at
ride,
the
new to
psychic.
the brothers channels, y'all already know what to do. Make sure y'all check out everybody's channels and y'all know what to do. Go on, hit that subscribe. Because y'all know how we rocking. Fresh off a preseason win. Yes, it's the preseason. I'm feeling good, fellas. We seeing what we need to see. We got some things to talk about too, but I'm ready to have some fun, my guys.
Yep. Thank you for the AM. Thanks, Rock the Artist. Yes, it is the Philadelphia Eagles World Championship belt. The uncrowned champ in the building, as you guys can see. Because I've been showing this off more than I can, but hey, I don't really give a damn. As you guys can see, we got the NFC East right here on the sideline right here. We got the Eagles on both sides.
Yes,
NFC
sir.
East on both sides. Eagles right here, Philadelphia Eagles World Championship belt right
That thing
here.
looking crispy.
I like how
Yeah.
you really like it, Cool Cat. You got the belt before we even got it because it's coming. It's
Of
coming. That's
course.
all
I mean, come
I love it.
on.
I like it.
Hey, we're going to get this belt. We're going to be the champs. Whether all the cowboy haters like it or not, we're going to be the champs. And speaking of which, let's talk about our birds. Listen, y'all, it may be preseason, but I like what I saw. I like what I saw from this game. First, we're going to talk about what we like, what we didn't like. We're going to talk about individual players. We're going to talk about everything, and we might bring y'all in for a minute or two to give y'all reaction. So, let's talk about this game. We're going to talk about right now what we like, what we didn't like. Cam Jernigan is a beast. That's what I like. Uh, Kane, Devin Allen. I like what I saw from those boys. We will talk about them as well. We're going to talk. I love what I saw from the offense. They moved the chain. Boston Scott is a beast. Kenneth Gainwell, I love you. Listen, I love what I saw from the offense. Defense, we got some work to do. We're gonna talk about it. We got some work to do. So Notion Gang, I know it's preseason, but it's still Victory Monday. Tell me what you like and what you didn't like about this game.
Hey, well, first and foremost, preseason or not, we actually got some answers to this actual offense. So I'm gonna start like this. We know we didn't see Jalen Hurts. He didn't suit up for this one. Good. I'm not really tripping on that. But at the same time, one of the consistent themes I'm saying is this Eagles offense overall looks like it's an attacking type of offense. It's good to see us working on plays like the slants and things like that. It's good to know that we got that in our playbook because we know teams is going to have to choose how they're going to have to play us. If they want to play us up tight, listen, we'll take it over the top. Y'all want to back off, we can go ahead and hit you with slants. Listen, it's good to see this whole offense coming together as a whole. Good to see Gardner Minshew operating it. Listen, I'm going to tell you right now, Gardner Minshew look like he's going to take this number 2 spot. So, look, I'm going to tell you right now, one of the consistent themes I'm seeing, even when we saw, Sinnett in the game, the offense looked like it was on point. The run game looks like it has not dropped off. That's good to see. So just the overall offense in general, it's good to see us. It ain't deception, gang. It looked like we could be pretty lethal this year. So, again, I know there was some talent, pieces. We'll talk about some of the individual players in a little bit. But at the same time, the overall offense, it looked like it was on point. The run game, it was good to see that, the run game didn't drop off. Like my man said, listen, that boy McCain, I'm gonna tell you right now, he need to go ahead and lock him a roster spot. That's all I'm gonna say. These wide receivers look like it's gonna be a lot of competition this year, and there's gonna be some players that may not make this cut, and I'm okay with that because again, you see players like McCain shining. I'm ready to see where that's gonna go. I believe in that kid also. So. Overall, it's again to see the offense just running efficiently. Again, the run game looks like it's on point. And, overall, I can't really complain on the defense too much. We're going to dive into some of that. That's where some of my disappointment is. But overall, this offense looks like it's on point this year.
Yes, sir. BG, talk about what you like and what you didn't like about this game.
I didn't like not seeing the starters at all. I want to see them in the preseason. I understand what Nick does. I was a big advocate last year when he was going off of, we basically play 2 games back to back and who plays 3 games in a row, whatever he talks about over there, and making the flower world. But at the end of the day, I love seeing what our second team did. They went down there and they showed dominance on the offensive side of the ball. And also, we got to see some of our favorite defensive players get some PT. And they did what they did. At the end of the day, we won this preseason. It's not that big of a deal. I'm ready for the season to start because these Eagles about to destroy the league, and we're going to talk about it.
Yes, sir. We is going to talk about it. Like I said, I like what I saw. Go ahead, Notion.
No. I just want to go ahead and address my man because I already know. Hey, listen, I got some apologizing I got to do to my guy Cam Jurgens because, again, this kid right now look like he's at least ready to maintain his own. Again, I still stand on what I'm saying. That if we got to see him, at the start of the season, when they throwing a rotation at him all game, there's going to be a drop-off from Jason Kelce. But Cam Jurgens is definitely showing me this kid definitely belongs in this league. And, yes, I want to see more of him. But, again, I still hope that Kelce's back, my brother, so I'm not coming off of that because there will be a learning curve that Cam's going to have to go through naturally. So, again, yes, I'm not worried about, I guess, I'm worried still if Kelsey ain't out on this field, but Cam Jurgens definitely showed why he need to be on this team while he in his league, for sure.
Exactly. So let's talk about the individuals that we can talk about, and salute to one Trey Rock. He's in practice with the kids right now at the moment. So salute to Trey. Handle your business, Trey. We'll see you when we see you. Or you might show up, but we'll see, y'all.
I text him. He said he's going to show up. He's going to be here.
There you go. Trey will be here real soon. So y'all be patient with my brother. He handling with the kids. Mizzy Miz love the kids now. Yeah, exactly. Trigger will be here. So let's talk about Gardner Minshew. I like what I saw from him. I like what I saw from the other quarterbacks. They was good enough. I'll give the quarterback group not named Jalen Hurts. I'll give him an A. I'll give him an A for what I saw. So Notion Gang, give a grade for what you saw from Gardner Minshew and the other two quarterbacks. And what did you like about them and what you didn't like about them?
Well, so again, looking at this whole quarterback group, the ones that did play, Gardner Minshew, honestly, he looks like he's the clear number 2 leader for this to back up Jalen Hurts. So I got to give Gardner Minshew that. I came over here initially talking about, listen, Gardner Minshew didn't have his thing sewed up as the number 2. Hey, I'm going to tell you right now, Gardner Minshew deserves to be the number 2 at least. Again, he could probably start on some of these teams in the National Football League. So I ain't going to be surprised if his trade value and stock is doing nothing but rising, having a great preseason. I'm going to give him an A- just for that, his performance. I mean, A+ went to Jalen Hurts last week. I can't give, he did have a few incompletions, some things to work on. He's not as electric as Jalen Hurts. But again, I do like the way he reads the ball quickly. This kid was getting it out on them short slants. Hey, listen, if we have a situation where we got to see a backup, I feel confident in Gardner Minshew. Reed Sinnett, hey, listen, I'm going to tell you right now, I think that kid with development, he's going to be a starter somewhere in this National Football League also. So I really like seeing that. I don't know what's going on with Carson Strong. I'm going to tell you right now, I think he only was out there for maybe like one play. I don't know what's going on with Carson Strong. I ain't really seen him at all this preseason. I thought he was going to get this number 2 role, but at the same time, Gardner Minshew looks like he solidified that. So Gardner Minshew, I ain't got nothing but, hopefully we ain't got to see him too often throughout the season because I'm still not drinking that Minshew Mania train business. But at the same time, I got to go ahead and give Minshew look like he's operating this offense at a high efficiency. What was he like? 14 for 17 something? I don't even know. I think he missed like a few throws. I'll have to go double check on him. But hold up. Matter of fact, 14 for 17, 142 yards, averaged 8.4 yards a throw. I mean, the kid was doing what he needed to do to operate this offense. Of course, the run game was there helping him. I got to shout out my man Minshew for getting the job done. A- for my guy.
Yep. BG?
Yeah, I can't complain too much. Minshew is Minshew. He's the best backup quarterback for us. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't want to see him go nowhere. I wanted to keep Minshew in this, in the fold for this upcoming year until Carson Strong or one of these young guys come in there and take that second spot behind Jalen Hurts. But the fact that people still are clamoring for Minshew to be the starter, I liked what I seen from Minshew yesterday. It just wasn't Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts is hands down a way better quarterback than Gardner Minshew. So all the fans that want Gardner need to just stop with the cap. But Gardner did play well. I did like what I seen from him. Like I said, one thing I do like that he does better than Jalen is he gets the ball out of his hands pretty fast. He knows where he's going and he gets it there. It's just the other intangibles that he don't have, that Jalen does have. So at the end of the day, our team played good. The first two, the second stream and even some of the third stream, guys played pretty good. Is when you got to the later in the game, the back end of the game, where I was just like, come on now. But I love seeing what Gardner Minshew did in there when he was in there. He still underthrows balls. He still does normal, Gardner Minshew stuff. But he played good enough to get an A- for me.
Ladies and gentlemen, especially the ladies, Trigger's in the building. One half of Birds on the line, the aftermath. Bird brings the podcast, OTR1 Trigger, Trey Rock. What up, Trey?
Yes, sir. What's up, fellas?
We
What up,
doing
Trey?
good. How you been, Trey?
I'm telling, man. I made it. I made it, man.
Yeah, you made it. He made it. He made it. So let's talk. So before I let you talk about Gardner Minshew and give him a grade, what did you like and what did you didn't like about this game?
Um, it wasn't really too much that I didn't like. I like the fight that they showed at the end of the game. I mean, they could have easily gave that game up and it wouldn't have mattered. But you seen dudes out there fighting. Um, it's a it's a preseason game, man.
Yeah,
The starters really didn't play. Um, I like what I seen out in the Kobe Dean dude, but just watching football, just actually watching football. I really had many feelings about it.
there you go. Oh, Gardner Minshew. What's your thoughts on him? If
Gardner Minshew, man, he showed you why he's a backup, man. He threw a couple. I'm not gonna lie, he threw a couple good passes that I seen out there. But other than that, I mean, Gardner Minshew is a backup. That's where he's supposed to be at. I feel like he could have led his team a little bit better, but I mean, you can't really expect too much out of the dude.
there you go. So let's talk about the running backs. As a matter of fact, have some fun. Cam Jurgens, man. Cam Jurgens, listen, I love what I see from him. Jason Kelsey, I freaking love you. If this is the man that you handpicked, listen, you get an A for that, and I'm getting Cam Jurgens for what I saw from preseason so far. A for what I saw. Yes, it's preseason. Yes, to all the haters, doubters, critics, and Cowboy fans. It's a meaningless game. It don't mean nothing. Okay. So, Notre Gang, Cam Jurgens, what's your thoughts on him? And if you want to give him a grade, give him a grade.
Oh, for sure. So I got it again. I've already made my statement on Cam Jurgens. Again, I believe that the kid definitely deserves, he belongs in this NFL league. And yes, I feel more confident watching this kid play and continue to learn in this offense. Yeah, he's going to be a pretty solid replacement for Kelsey. Now, again, I still prefer my preference to see Jason Kelsey out there, but knowing he's got this injury, again, Cam Jurgens is at least giving me more confidence that, hey, he's going to be able to step in and at least maintain his role. So, again, I'm loving everything that I'm seeing from Cam Jurgens right now. I mean, I just love he's an athletic. I mean, again, a lot of Kelsey similarities. So I'm ready to see what this kid can do. Again, I'm not trying to rush him. I prefer for him to continue to, let Kelsey go out there and lead us to where we need to go. But understandably, Kelsey, look, I mean, the availability might be in question this year. Let's keep it a bean. So Cam Jurgens, he's stepping up to the plate. I love what I'm seeing from the kid.
Yep. Trey, if you can hear me, Cam Jurgens.
Yeah. I mean, what I see from Cam Jurgens, it just looked like he played strong. Like he plays strong. Like he's real physical. He's not that big. Like he's not one of those big mauling type centers, but he plays physical and he got quick feet. I mean, I feel like watching him out there, it kind of giving me Kelsey vibes. I know he don't have the experience like Kelsey and stuff like that, and he gonna have his growing pains, but he kind of mimics him, man. It looks like we're gonna have a dude that can hold that fort down for a few years. I mean, I'd rather see Kelsey out there, like what Nushin said. Not gonna lie, I'd rather see Big Kelsey out there. I feel more secure with him uh, anchoring our offensive line. But if Jurgens was to step in, I'll be fine with it from what I've seen from the first two games.
Yep. BG.
I love him, man. They picked another diamond in the rough. This dude's a beast, man. He's a dog. I love the way he plays football. You know what I'm saying? I love the fact that, I feel comfortable if Kels were to go down, putting him in the game. Because like we seen last year, we can replace Pro Bowlers with good football players. And yes, it might be a little bit of a drop, but it won't be that dramatic of a drop to stop our offense from doing what they got to do this year. So I think it was a perfect pick by Howie in the second round. Seeing him play, I love it. Like everybody says, he looks just like Kelsey out there. You wouldn't even know it wasn't Kelsey out there, the way he's playing right now. And I definitely want to see him continue to learn from Kelsey, grow, get better. And then, next year, when Kelsey decides to depart, we have a great center taking his place.
Yep. So now for the wide receiver. Yep. Now to the wide receivers. We're going to talk about this a whole lot today because we got to ask ourselves a question. We got 4 spots already. Like Quez got that spot locked. AJ got the spot locked. Smitty got the spot locked. Pascal got the spot locked. These wide receivers, Kane and Devin Allen, I swear, they doing stuff. I don't know what's going on with Rager. I know he was in the preseason game too, but he got to step up as well because there's some people. So I'm gonna ask y'all about the wide receivers, and then we got to ask the question: who should stay and who should go? So, Notion, before I answer you that, what's your thoughts on the wide receivers in this game, and give a grade out for them if you want to.
For sure. So looking at the wide receivers this game, I mean, we saw some possible gems out there. Like, again, I'm loving this kid, number 85, McCain. Just the way he was, catching back shoulders, it looked like, just going up, snagging the ball. Listen, the kid looked like he could play. Gave me a lot of Fogan vibes. We saw the hot streak Fogan went on when he was here. Hey, listen, I think McCain has a similar type of talent, and hopefully he could do his thing. What do you say? Cowboys smoking Eagles twice again. What do you say?
Cowboys smoking the Eagles. Okay, listen. Hold on, no. Before I let you finish, is this the same? Hold on. Is this the same Cowboy fan that was hyping up your preseason win with those 2 touchdowns? Oh, stop it. Go ahead, Nelson.
Yeah, no, that's exactly what I wanted to address, man. Listen, I was, minding my business during the Dallas game. All of a sudden, I'm getting text alerts and all of that talking about turpentine, and I guess they had a couple returns on punting and kickoff. So now they all hyped in Dallas. Y'all need to stop it. I'm assuming y'all must be relying on the big play all season. Y'all must be hoping y'all get touchdown or touchback returns and punt returns all season. Y'all's offense looks like trash, Dallas. So y'all gotta worry about that. So, but anyways, listen, these wide receivers that we have here in Philly, listen, there's going to be a lot of competition beyond those 4, as you mentioned. We got Jalen Reagor out here who's, his spot ain't really looking as locked as it needs to be. I do think Kane's going to go ahead and get him a spot out here also. Some of the players I still don't think are going to make it are players such as, I think it's Britton Covey. I don't think he's going to make this roster. Devin Allen, listen, I want to see him on special teams or kick return or something. I'm going to talk about that area in a second because that's one of my areas of concern that we've been trash at for years is our special teams. But anyways, I want to see Devin Allen maybe at kick return or something like that to try to see if he could beat out somebody like Covey. Because, again, I think he's the weakest link on the team. Anybody that I haven't mentioned probably ain't making this roster. Greg Ward, I don't know where he's at. I'm just saying, gang, I think the competition right now is looking good in Philly.
Yep. Trey?
All right, so I feel like Devin Allen just showcased his talent for another team. He's not gonna be able to make this roster. I mean, it's too much. It's too much in front of him. Now, Deion Kane, on the other hand, I feel like he's one of those kind of receivers that we need, a big-body dude that can win those 50-50 balls. I mean, we did get A.J. Brown, but I feel like the dude could thrive for us on the team in, like, goal line situations and stuff like that. I mean, we need, like, a variety of wide receivers on this roster. I mean, different talent, get different skill sets. So I feel like Kane probably could make it to the practice squad. I mean, he make it to the practice squad. Who knows? A couple injuries, he could be one of our starters. You never know. So, I mean, I'm fine with that. I mean, Devin Allen, we knew about the speed. We knew about all that stuff, but it's too much in front of him. That's the only thing. Now, I'm worried about a dude like Belichick getting his hands on a dude like this.
Oh, yeah.
These are kind of wide receivers he turned into stars. So, I mean, if he don't make this team, he going to make somebody team.
Yeah.
So I'm cool with AJ. I'm cool with Devontae, Pascal, even Rager. I'm cool with Rager even being on this roster right now. So it's gonna be a fight, and there's only one more game left. So I mean, we'll know in due time. But I know for a fact Covey not making this roster, and I know for a fact Allen not making this roster. So
Yeah,
You
BG.
don't think Allen could slide? Listen, I'm gonna tell you right now.
Go ahead, Nelson.
If Allen puts up in this next game, I think he's really going to challenge the Eagles to maintain a spot. Again, I don't think Rager's going nowhere. Let's go and kill this nonsense. Now, we already know how the Eagles get down. We wasted a bunch of time with J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. Oh, yeah, Jalen Reagor, he's going to have that same amount of time at least. He's going to be given this year. So, yeah, I don't think Rager's going nowhere. But at the same time, listen, like I know we haven't gotten to that spot yet, but running backs, depending on how deep we go there.
That's next, Notion. That's next.
Oh, yeah, that's what I'm saying. It might put pressure on these Eagles to have to sign Devin Allen if he puts up in this next game. So I'm going to tell you right now, I saw my man in the chat saying speed kills. And, yeah, that kid got some Olympic speed out there, which was on full display. Listen, if he puts up this next game, Devin Allen's going to find him a roster spot. So I just want to counter-argue that one, Trey. I think Devin Allen still got a chance, brother.
I feel like he should. I mean, even if it's a little practice squad thing or something like that, I feel like he should be on this team because some talent you just don't want to lose, and you can't teach speed, bro. So it's like, I mean, he could be a game changer for you. You never know. Punt return, kick return, even in the receiving game, being a 4th, 5th wide receiver, that could be dangerous. So if it was me, I'm keeping him on the roster. But we know how the Eagles play, man. There's a lot of dudes on this roster that shouldn't be. So, I mean, yeah.
Yeah. BG, what's your thoughts on the wide receivers?
I don't know if you guys follow me on Twitter. If not, go ahead and check it out. You know, they had the best trio in the league, and I was like, it's Devontae, Quez, and AJ. And everybody's like, well, that's not true because it's the Bengals receiving core. But I really think we have the best receivers in the league. Like, hands down, top to bottom, best receiving core in the league. It doesn't really even matter your back end, whoever you bring in there. I just think that, yes, Chase had an amazing year last year. He's great, but that's the reason why they drafted Chase first round because they needed a big-time playmaking receiver for their team, So I think we have all the makings to have the best receiving core in the league this year. I'm marking it down. Eagles are that team, and we definitely got that receiving core. So I think Smitty, AJ, and Quez, and whoever else comes in, you guys talk about Allen. I think after seeing that one play, he earned the spot, even if it's just practice squad. He earned the spot. The way he, the speed is just ridiculous. He was his separation was crazy on that touchdown he caught. So I'm all for him being on the practice squad if he wants to make the roster. Bust his butt and make the roster, that's cool. But I see Pascal balling out this year. This off season, whenever he's in there, he's doing pretty good, for a big body receiver that we do need. And I think, Smitty, AJ, Quez, Pascal, Rager, and Allen should make the team.
Yeah. Jay's talk said Raiders are releasing Kenny Drake. Would you guys want him? Notion? Would you?
The Raiders are releasing Kenyon Drake. I mean, listen, I probably wouldn't go. I wouldn't go pursue Drake right now. I wouldn't, just because. Again, I'm not going to sit here and I know that's our running back group. We still got some question marks. So
yeah, go
again,
ahead. Hold on, Notion.
Yeah.
While you talk about Kenyon Drake, go ahead and talk about the wide receivers as well. So go ahead.
Nah, again, I think I already put out my mention about the wide receivers. Again,
not the wide receivers, running backs, my bad.
Yeah, I got you. So
yeah.
Again, right now, listen, I know that we might be in some kind of market potentially because I have not been convinced at our power running game. So look, I know we still need that, and I know a lot of people have been high on that kid Kennedy Brooks. Listen, I ain't seen it yet. Honestly, I ain't gonna be shocked if he might have to go to the practice squad for a year to kind of develop. So again, listen, I still think we need to put some attention to that area. I'm hearing a lot of this Kareem Hunt business. I'd go Hunt before I'd consider, Drake or anything like that. But at the same time, I'm definitely in the market for looking for some kind of a power back. Because again, I know we got little speedsters in, Boston Scott looked like he was shifty out there, quick and elite. I mean, Kenneth Gainwell, but they were getting the job done. Jason Huntley was out there, trying to do his thing. No power. Miles Sanders ain't even powerful. So, again, I mean, he's probably our best power back combined all around, but we don't have a true power back, and I'm a little concerned with that on short yardage. So, again, we're still finding ways to be effective. So, I'm not going to panic on the running back group, but oh, yeah, my ears is open to the market. If somebody possibly falls available in that power side, I'm making a phone call.
Yep. Trey?
I mean, I've been a big King and Drake fan since he came out of Alabama, but he's really the same back that we had like on his roster. Like small, shifty dude. I mean, he's not really a power runner. So I'll be more interested in the Kareem Hunt trade than anything because that dude right there, his power and balance, bro, it'll take this team to a whole nother level, to be honest. Him and Miles Sanders out of that backfield, Kenny Gainwell coming in on third downs and then the change of pace back is, bro, that's a dream scenario right there. It'll open up so much for Jalen Hurts in the passing offense. So, I mean, if we is gonna make a trade and that's really the offer on the table, I'll really be satisfied with the Kareem Hunt trade. I mean, even if we got to give up Rager and a pick or something like that, I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that because, just imagine this: you can't not at least pay more attention to the box with Kareem Hunt out there in the backfield. So, I mean, listen, now that opens up so much for Dallas Goedert, your tight end, your running backs, your wide receivers, because this dude, you're not tackling him 1-on-1. I don't care who you are. You're not tackling this dude 1-on-1. So, I mean, I feel like that'll be the best scenario for the Philadelphia Eagles right now.
Yep. BG?
This is Miles Sanders' year. I don't care. One thing that's been bugging me the last week or so is how Miles get a hamstring pull, and everybody's like, "Oh, this is what we're talking about. Miles is not going to play. We need to trade him. We need to get rid of him." Everybody's been getting hurt, man. Devontae Smith had a hamstring 2 years in a row. No one in their right mind to say anything about Devontae Smith in a negative light. So why are they attacking my boy, Booby? Booby's going to spin this year. It's going to be great. And he's going to have a hell of a year. I think they heard that the hamstring was more of a precautionary, and that he'll be fine moving forward. So, like, the running backs as a whole, dude, I loved seeing what Gainwell did when he got in the game. I'm getting more and more excited about Kenny Gainwell. I think he'll be a great number 2. I don't think we need the big body back that everybody thinks we need. With our offensive line, the way they are built, the way that we run the football, you don't really need a big body back. You look at a Scott and Gainwell. They both was up the middle, had nice up the middle plays today. I mean, yesterday at the was it yesterday or the day before yesterday on a preseason game against the Browns. They both had nice plays up the middle. Miles Sanders can run up the middle too as well. And just the way that our zone-based run game is, that you don't really need that big back. I think we have 3 good backs. I love what I see out of Scott, Gainwell, and Sanders. And I just think Sanders is going to be his year to really solidify himself as one of the best backs in the league. And I think we're going to see that this year.
So real quick, BIRDGANG, because I got to counter that, bro, because I know you saying we don't need no big power back and things like that. And again, I'm not going to sit here and say that we truly need it, because again, we were the number 1 rush offense in the league last year without a power back. So it can be done. But we saw times, I think it was in that game where we kind of, stalled. We was right there on the goal line. And I think Huntley had the ball. I mean, he's clearly not no power running back. But if we play against a team that's going to load that box on that line, I'm concerned. I don't think it's just going to be no handoff up the gut, especially not with no Boston Scott. We ain't just going to hand it up the gut, with Kenneth Gainwell. It's possible we may, do some kind of creativeness to open up a hole. But at the same time, just running through people, we don't have no kind of running back that's just going to create yards.
We have a different dimension than other teams, though. We got Jalen Hurts. You got to account for him. On the goal line, you got to account for him. You can do a fake handoff and Jalen bootlegs out the back and scores a touchdown. You got to account. It's different from Minshew being in the game. It's different from Stanton and all the other guys. Jalen Hurts is that second option that you got to worry about, that team's got to prepare for. So that's the reason why I say it's not that big of a deal that everybody's worried about. As long as Miles Sanders can stay healthy and go ball like we all know he can, You know what I'm saying? And the way Kenny Gainwell's progressing, I love Boston Scott because he's consistent. You know what I'm saying? Every single year we kept Boston, he's been doing the same, consistent play. Run hard, down here. He's a little guy, but he's big in stature. He got muscles, so he can make his presence felt. So I really don't believe. I like the Murray. I like the Murray. He's out there right now. He's always been a good number 2 back. And don't get me wrong, if we got Hunt, I'll be ecstatic. You know what I'm saying? Hunt is a beast. He's a dog, and he'll be awesome in Kelly Green here in Philadelphia. So, but at the end of the day, I don't care if we get another back. I think we got 3 good ones that are good enough to do the job. You got to realize we're not going to be passing as much running the ball as much as last year. We got some receivers that's going to be getting a lot more targets this year than last year. And at the end of the day, it's like Miles Sanders, Gainwell, and Boston Scott's good enough. We don't need a number one. You know what I'm saying? We just need these guys to go do their job when they get in the game.
So it comes down to this, BIRDGANG, because I see it here, man. And it's going to come down, of course, to the health of Miles Sanders. And you have to, we haven't seen it in some time where he stayed healthy throughout the whole entire season. But at the same time, I get what you're saying, my guy. Actually thinking logically like that, we probably don't need to carry that many running backs this year. This team better be as creative, because we do have Jalen Hurts as a dynamic runner. I'd prefer not to be using him as no quote unquote, running back. Let him do what he needs to do. But at the same time, I don't know if we're going to go that route. I say go light on the running backs. If we ain't going to get a power back, go light on running backs, load up on these wide receivers, and go from there. Because, again, I still think we are lacking in that area with just power. Again, I have no confidence on 4th and 1. We need to get that, just run it up the gut. But what we have, hopefully Miles is available to do that. But at the same time, I don't feel confident, just handing it on
the running backs away. Our line alone gets you one. Our line alone should get you one. If we didn't get a 4th and 1, I would blame the line before I blame the running backs. Like unless the running back totally went the wrong way, wasn't really trying to hit the hole or something like that. Our line is the best run, blocking line in the NFL. What the best line in the NFL. Them alone's gonna get you those 1 yards. Mailata, Dickerson, run behind them. You got 1 yards guaranteed, probably 100% of the time. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not really worried so much about, the running back. Miles Sanders is a good running back. If he runs straight forward with the line we have, he's getting a yard. All these little short yardage stuff, I'm not worried about. I think we definitely got the line to do it. If we had some, middle of the pack type line, then you might worry about having that bruiser back. Our line, I think, is better than Super Bowl year line. You know what I'm saying? When we have Vitae, Sam Mala being the stars of the line with Lane Johnson and Kels. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think we got a better line now than we have then. So it's like, it's a big difference. We don't really need the LeGarrette Blount of the world to be on our team. Even if we got a Hunt, Hunt's not that big. He's strong, but he's not that big. It's just his style run, his style and his run play is what we want, on the roster. We want his big playability. We want his excitement. He does break tackles, but he's not really a big back. You know what I'm saying? Like, but we'll all be super ecstatic and say that the running, back position is filled now that we've done it. So at the end of the day, man, we got what we need. Jalen Hurts can get a yard too. I see that in the comments. So I'm not worried.
Creativity, and I agree with you, pretty much will mask that need for a power running back. If we scheme right, we don't need no power running back. 4th and 1, heck, we probably going to see Jalen Hurts in some kind of goal line sneak or something like that. We know that man can just power through. But at the end of the day, man, I'm just saying, look, if look, man, I don't know. I still got to see some more. I still ain't got the confidence, sending Boston Scott up the middle, sending Kenneth Gainwell, just, expecting them to get the yards. I know Miles Sanders, from what I've seen, he's had injury concerns. So if he can stay healthy this year, we might be good in that power area. So I ain't going to stress too hard. But I'm definitely going to keep my ears open. That's all I'm saying, brother.
Yeah, hold on, BG, because Cole Cowboy up here saying Eagles.
Stop with this Turpin business.
Who the heck is he? I don't know him.
USFL star. Shout out to the USFL. Much love to you guys.
I heard about my son.
Get my boy Jamar Smith, quarterback for the Stallions champion. He'd be a perfect backup for my guy, Jalen Hurts.
Cool, right? Because Bulls running special team plays back. He probably ain't gonna get no field time. Come on, Cole. Y'all Cowboys hype everything up, man.
I'm telling you, bro,
Exactly.
this kid scores off a playoff with some busted special team coverage. And these clowns come up in here really acting like, this kid about to be the truth. Hey, listen, y'all better hope that Turpin is everything that y'all need in y'all's offense, because y'all's offense still looks unimpressive. That's all I'm going to say. Turpin, time it up. Y'all enjoy y'all's little, I guess, couple kick returns in a preseason.
He was stud in the USFL, my guy. It's not like this guy's like did it in
Remember, Cole,
already.
he won't help you when it comes to the division. It's going to belong to us. Your little punt returner will not help
You
you.
guys
It
better
will
hope to
not
make
help
the
you.
playoffs. Just be hoping you guys make the playoffs. The division been wrapped.
Oh,
So
yeah,
the goal is to make the playoffs.
and
Sure on the road.
exactly. You and Boys for Life and Big Simple and Protect and PTA and Mac Giant. Y'all better be ready next week, because next week we're going to tell all you New Jersey, Washington Commanders, and Street Rats why we're going to be the champs next week. The Philadelphia Eagles NFC East Roundtable next week. We're going to have the Washington Commander fans, the New York Giant fans, the Dallas Cowboy fans, and your Birds all talking about the season before the season. So let's talk about the defense side of the ball. Y'all, you street rats, get ready for what I got to tell you. Because, man, your offense is, I'll save it for next week. Okay, defense side of the ball. Notion game. What you liked, what you didn't like about all the defensive players. Jordan Davis, you didn't do so much, but it's preseason. That's what all the haters going to say. I like what I saw from No Kobe Dean. Davion Taylor, you got some work to do, my guy. But all in all, the defense was up and the defense was down. So, Notion Gang, what's up? We'll talk about defense.
For sure. So definitely, again, just like the offense, we didn't see a whole bunch of starters on defense. So I ain't even going to come out here trying to panic or do none of that, because at the same time, I expected to see some, players out here trying to compete for roster spots. Yep. So with that being said, listen, I saw some things that are concerning to me that I saw trends of last year, and that was this tackling. Tackling looked kind of poor yesterday. I'm going to tell you right now. Who was that kid? Dobbs, I believe that's the quarterback. This kid was out here, slip shirting tackles. I just wasn't really a fan of none of that. Davion Taylor didn't have his best tackling performance. He looked lost on the field at times. I mean, again, that's something I definitely want this whole team to work. And that was a problem, a struggle we had last year quite often, tackling and wrapping somebody up. So hopefully this team is getting that together. That was one of my biggest concerns. I definitely still got a concern, I would say, at the safety depth position. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Anything happens to Anthony Harris or Marcus Epps, I'm going to be concerned beyond our safeties. I'm still not impressed by Kayvon Wallace. I'm seeing, what is it, Josh Jobe? Listen, that kid's a cornerback, and I like what he's out there doing. Hopefully, some of these corners going to stick to what they're doing, but the safety group, yes, we're going to have some issues for depth purposes beyond safety. So I'll give that just my whole defensive review. I liked how they stayed solid to the end. Like Trey said earlier, these boys didn't just roll over at the end. The Cleveland Browns could have scored that last, on that last drive. Hey, listen, our defense stepped up, did what they had to do. So overall, I'm going to get a defense I'm going to give them a C+. Just overall, just from what I saw, kids out there competing. At the end of the day, listen, I think we're still going to be a solid shutdown type of defense once our starters are playing. Depth-wise, safety, that's still a concern for me. And I just hope that Marcus Epps develops, like a lot of people been sipping on that Marcus Epps Kool-Aid, saying he's the one. He better be the one, because, again, beyond that, we're going to have some problems in Philly.
Yep. Trey, what's your thoughts on the defense?
I feel the same way, man. If I'm gonna give them an overall grade, it got to be like a C+. I felt like some of the younger guys, they were just out of place. Like a lot of the times, Tate Godwin, dudes like that, they were just out of place. They wasn't playing the ball well in the air. Darius Slade and our other corner. They older guys, man. We're gonna need some solid backups that can get in there just in case of injury or something happen like that. So these dudes
Mhm.
really gotta get their stuff together, man. I seen a lot of plays where footballs were just being thrown up, and then I mean the wide receiver was just making a better play than the DB did, and we don't need that right now. We don't need that. Y'all dudes should be working a little bit harder.
Yep.
Davion Teller, he played horrible in that game. I seen a lot of times he was out of place. He missed a lot of tackles. He couldn't get off blocks. I mean, you got to work on that. You got to work on that because all reality, he's going to be one of those linebackers that's going to be on the field on game day. Um, we all got so much faith in this dude. It's just like you can't stay healthy, and you got to show us you actually could play football. It's like we love the talent, we love the speed and stuff like that, but you got to actually show us that you could make a play on the field on Sunday. So I mean, there's a lot of dudes that got the radar on them right now, and I feel like a lot of them didn't play well this game. So hopefully they come back, they reboot, and they play a little better next game. But overall, I get a defense to C+ because I did like the fight at the end. They locked down at the end of that game, and they didn't allow the dudes to score. But yeah, man, we got to get better as like second and third unit.
Exactly. Before I go, there's this guy, Ace Cowboy, talking, saying, "Where Bates at, y'all? Swore up and down y'all was getting Bates. LOL. Your front office is garbage."
Hey, salute to H-Town Cowboy. Who are you talking about, Bates? What are you talking about?
What are you talking about, H? Like, what are you talking about?
He, he must be confused on his offensive roster. What, H-Town Cowboy? Yeah, that's that. Yeah, you already know, my
Front
guy.
office garbage. Howie
You ain't got
won
no.
GM
They
of
ain't
the
got no
year, and
place to talk about a front office when
Put
your
some
team is
respect
the
to
Cowboys.
your name. You a street rat. You
Your
a street
owner
rat.
on down is garbage. So yeah, you can't say nothing about no front office, nothing. If you were a Cowboys fan, I don't even want to hear front office come out your mouth. That's all I'm gonna say. H-Town Cowboys salute.
Exactly. Before I pass it to BG, to all the Cowboy fans, remember this. Remember. BG,
Touches they
exactly.
soul every time. Let
I
them
love
know.
that clip.
hey,
I
yeah, I
love
like
that
Nina.
clip.
Here it goes, running it back against the third stringers. Good job, buddy. Yeah,
Yep,
man. You can't
Sure.
even take none of this stuff, man.
exactly. BG, the defense.
Defense did exactly what I thought the defense would do. I was surprised. I wanted to see some other players make bigger plays. I wanted to see a little bit more from Dean, but he is learning. He is a rookie. Jordan Davis had a couple good plays, a couple down plays I didn't like too much. But overall, it's the second and third streamers out there. I wasn't looking for anything impressive. Ganna's not going to show anybody nothing. I know we all want him to be more aggressive defense, but why would you do it in the preseason? It doesn't make any sense. And like people are like, Gannon sucks. He was vanilla. He didn't do nothing. But I was like, what did you really expect? Why even show your hand until the season starts? So I think Gannon played it right. Keep this vanilla defense out there. Let these guys just go run around, hit people. That's all we're really getting out of them right now, and that's all we need to get out of them. Our starters looked good when they were in. I heard they had a really good, joint practice against the Browns. It was like Fletcher Cox, Hargrave, them boys are really putting it on them. So, like last year, we're gonna have to be sitting here and waiting till we see week one and see what these guys bring out there. But I think Gannon will be a little bit more aggressive this year, and I think we're not gonna see none of it in preseason. So, just go ahead and forget that part. The fact that they gave up that many points, like Notion said earlier, made Dobbs look good. I was like, come on, man. But he's playing off, and that's what you do when you go against a defense that plays off. You nickel and dime them up the field, and that's what they did. So I'm not worried about this defense. I like seeing Marlon stepped it up. He's a little bit higher on the depth chart. My USC boys got to give him much love and respect. Mel Williams, Marlon. We got, just like the offense, we got the best defense. I'm saying it right now. We got the best defense. Like, it's going to come down to coaching, messing either one of these sides up. I don't see teams as deep and as complete as the Philadelphia Eagles this year, and I can't wait for week 1.
Exactly. And so before we talk about the next game coming up, we got to talk about joint practice. What we saw from there. I read some good stuff from Jalen Hurts. I read some good stuff from A.J. Brown. I read some good stuff from Smitty. The defense was doing good. So, Notion Gang, what you like and what you didn't like about joint practice. I know we didn't see most of it. We read it, but what did you like? What you didn't like about the Eagles-Browns joint practice?
Yeah, so, first of all, I want to backtrack just real quick because I like how we try to, we don't never talk about this elephant in the Eagles room, and I'm gonna tell you right now, I still haven't seen it yet. And pretty much, what's going on with our special teams right now? Look, I know we didn't really have that many opportunities last game to really show special teams, but listen, I don't feel confident with Jalen Reagor being back there returning kickoff or punt returns. I don't expect Covey to make this team. I don't know who else we're going to put out there, but right now, again, just like for years in Philadelphia, that's like an area that we really don't put too much attention or emphasis on. So, again, I like to see that kid Devin Allen. Again, I want to see him maybe this last preseason game get an opportunity because I don't know who we're going to be putting out there on special teams. It was good to see Dallas all shine, and they found a little gem it looked like in Turpin. Good for y'all. Who do we got out there running for special teams to handle our special team duties this year? And I'd like to know from y'all who we pulling on this year to handle our special teams. Y'all let us know in the chat also.
All right, let me start off. Because I really don't want Jalen Reagor to do it. But if I got to choose somebody, give it to Devin Allen and let's see what he does. Because again, like Trey said, you're going to have Quez. You're going to have Zach Pascal. You're going to have AJ and Smitty. You're probably going to have Jalen Reagor. I don't know why, but you're going to have to. So you're going to have to put somebody up there. And if it's Devin Allen, let it be Devin Allen and just call it a day there because I really don't want unlike the Green Bay game when he first debuted. Okay, fine. I love what I saw from that punt return in 2020. Ever since then, I saw nothing from Jalen Reagor. So let him be the wide receiver. Let Devin Allen try to be the punt returner. And let's just call it like that. But that's just me, because we got to put Devin Allen somewhere. We got to, because like you said, Notion, he can go with Bill Belichick and have some bombs up the head though from Matt Jones. You got to put him on the roster. It got to be him or Kane. Somebody got to be, because I can't take another Reagor doing punts. I don't know about you guys, but go ahead, Notion. Go ahead, Troy. Punt special teams.
All right, so this is a few ways we can really cover that. Gainwell ran back punting, played special teams in college, so maybe he can take on that role. We still got Jason Huntley. He could go back there on kick returns, punt returns. We got a few dudes that can fill that role. Even Reagor. I'll be comfortable with Reagor back there just because he has experience doing it. So, if I don't feel like Allen is gonna. We'll have to carry 6 wide receivers for Allen to make this football team. To suit up for game day. So, I don't like it just as much as y'all do, Reagor back there, but I feel like he's probably the best option we have in that situation, other than the 2 backs I just named.
Yeah, well, let's hope he learns something and from
So it
training
sounds
camp
like
and joint practice.
we gonna go ahead and settle on special teams because
But
we ain't got no good options.
Yeah, let's hope Rager is doing
Rager's had
something.
good returns too, though, guys. Y'all act like he hasn't had no good returns.
Who?
He's had some good
Who?
ones. Rager, he's had some 30, 40-yard returns before. Like,
Hey
and I
man, I
think he
want to
took
see
a punt
Quez
back to
out
the
there,
house
man.
last year or the year before last, right? He did
Let
that punt.
Quez go out there and catch something. I'm gonna tell y'all right now. I want to see Quez burn up the field one time in a crucial situation. Put Quez out there on punt return. Hey, I bet he gonna take one to the house. That's all I'm
Devontae's
saying.
our Deshaun Jackson now. Crucial situations for Devontae Smith. They're gonna throw him back there.
Okay,
For
all right. That's
Devontae
what.
taking punts.
Okay.
I forget Devontae can run them punts back. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's more of his role. Like I said, I want to see Rager do more. I still have faith in him. I'm not 100% on the, let's get rid of Rager fan tour bus or whatever. I think he's a good football player. He had to get out of his mental block that he was in. It seems like he's doing it this year until he shows us he's not. We really can't say if he is. You know what I'm saying? But the athleticism's there, the talent's there. He just got to put it together. And if he's doing better now, I want to go ahead and see him. Like that's why I said we have the best receiving core. If Rager could be our fourth receiver and playing at a high level, man, who's gonna stop us? Ain't nobody got 4 or 5 cornerbacks on their roster that can stop 4 or 5 good receivers. So I think it'd be a plus if Rager does get it together this year. I think he just might do it. And in terms of return game, man, I think if he is getting together, he's playing at a high level. Why not Rager? But I would love to see Allen too, because Allen has got that speed.
Yeah, so let's talk about the joint practice, what we liked and what we didn't like, and remember, Eagles Nation, as much as Cole and all of them like to talk, it's just practice. So let's remember that. So Notion, what you like and what you didn't like about joint practice with the Cleveland Browns.
So I'm assuming this is what before we played them. Is that what we going? Like, are we talking
Yeah,
about the dog?
before we play.
Okay.
Yeah, before we played them.
I mean, so again, just some of the things that we're hearing, Jalen Hurts is continuing to take the leadership on this team. Again, he's the true quarterback number one. So there's really no dispute. All this, joint practice stuff and all this players showing maximum effort. This is all about the backups now. People fighting for roster spots. So again, as long as I'm not hearing Jalen Hurts going out there throwing pick after pick after pick, listen, I mean, look, the kid's out there. I think he's ready. He's in his second year in this offense. I expect big things from Jalen Hurts. They ain't going to risk him too much in these practices. That's why we didn't even see him that much in the preseason game. So, again, I'm not really eyeing too much on these, on these actual joint practices besides health and safety. Hopefully ain't nobody out there getting injured. And yes, I like to see some of these up and coming players like Kane. I want to see him continue to rise on this depth chart. I want to see Allen somehow find a way to squeeze into this roster. So those are the things I'm looking at. I can't really, look. We did enough to get that preseason game done. So that's how I'm gonna leave it with the joint practices. I mean, it is what it is.
Yep.
It came and went. Glad it's over with.
Yep. Trey?
I'm sorry. What was the question again?
Oh, we were talking about the joint practices before the preseason game with the Cleveland Browns. What you liked and what you didn't like, even though it's practice.
I mean, I feel like the joint practices are, a different level of competitiveness because you're going against the team's best corner, safety, linebacker, defensive end. It just bring the competitive juices up. So, I mean, my take on joint practices is I love them, but I hate them at the same time because, it just gives more room for like injuries to your main players and stuff like that. But other than that, I feel like it helps every team get better, man. Because you're not beating up on your team no more. You're beating up on other dudes' teams. And as far as from what I heard from the joint practices, I heard A.J. Brown was out there being a dog. He was out there
Mm-hmm.
killing their corners. So, that's great news. Other than that, I'm just ready for the season to start, man. To be honest, it's like I'm tired of hearing about joint practices,
Yep.
preseason games. I'm tired of hearing about all that, man. I'm ready for week 1. Let's go, Eagles.
Exactly. I can't wait for week 1 as well. BG, talk about the joint practice before we preview this Miami stuff?
I like them. I think it works out. You know, it's controlled, but it's still at a high levels. Ones on ones, iron sharpening iron. So you know, you get to see your favorite guys like AJ tear it up. You know, Jalen Hurts having good practices. You know, against top flight. The Cleveland Browns defense is pretty good. Like their starters are legit. You know what I'm saying? Like there's some legit beasts on that other side of the ball. You know, and even on offense too. You know, the Chubbs, you know, Deshaun Watson. Even though I know he didn't play, but you know, like I think it was a good chance, and I like doing it. And I think even next week's gonna be great. We got the trio of Waddle, Hill, and I forgot the third receiver's name. Greco, the tight end, so coming into. We're going there to Miami to go play them in a joint practice. So I like the way it is. It seems to keep people healthy. You know, we were the healthiest last year than we've been in a while, so you can't really knock it until it starts affecting us.
Yep. So before we wrap up the show, Eagles Nation, let's talk about the Miami Dolphins. What we want to see this Saturday coming. It's the final preseason game before we get ready for the 2022 NFL season. And guys, next week, if y'all ain't ready, next week we got Cold Cowboy. We got Boys for Life. We got Pro
What?
yeah, we got Protect, Big Simple, PTA. We got Mac Giant, and the four of us talking NFC East before we get to the show, before we get to the game, and then the following Monday we got JC Sports Talk. We got King DV. We got Mitch. We got D Gifted. We got the Real Eagles Talk. They're all coming up here to be talking some birds so we can preview this game between the Detroit Lions. We are B. Doc. Brian Dawkins days away till kickoff of the 2022 NFL season where we will face the Detroit Lions. And trust me, Lions, any given Sunday, I know, but we will get this dub. I'm talking. Bring Cole, bring it, and I will play that clip every single time. So let's preview this game before we wrap up the show because it's raining, probably in Notion's place, and it's raining where me and Trey is. So let's talk about this final preseason game. Notion game. What do you want to see from the offense, defense, special teams? Coaching, what you want to see from your Birds in joint practice and the final preseason game?
Well, of course, again, joint practice, I think at this point in time, and y'all let us know in the chat also, look, I don't think we're seeing the starters this last game. I'm going to put it out there right now.
We ain't.
Don't think it's happening. So at the same time, with that being said, I expect to see the last bit of competition and fight from these people trying to make this roster team. Like, I want to see Allen, as y'all can see, I'm hyping this man up. I want to see him go out there and make a play and possibly earn a roster spot. I do expect to see Rager out there, whether y'all may like it or not. Rager is still in competition mode. So I need to see him out there competing. I'm interested to see, again, we got a loaded wide receiver room. If Kane's out there still making plays, I think he'll earn him a roster spot. Pretty much this is the last hoorah. So I need to see maximum effort. Kennedy Brooks, I need to find out if you are a practice squad player, if you are getting shut down by the backups of the Dolphins, not getting any yards. I get that our main O-line's not going to be there, but there should still be some kind of production. And if there ain't, Brooks might be a practice squad player also. So it's going to be good to see, hey, listen, some of these players may be playing on another roster or another team at the end of this year. So it's good to see him out, at least battle it out. But I'm really pulling for Devin Allen. Y'all already know. Hopefully he make a play. I believe he'll put an impact on special teams. Hopefully this team will put in there. That's what I'm rocking for. So I'm just excited, fellas. Last preseason game to the season start. I ain't trying to hear no garbage. Everything counts from then on there. So I'm ready for the season to start, fellas.
Yep, Trey.
I'm really high on Josh Jobe, yo. I watched this dude play in college. I'm really high on him. I want this kid to make the team so bad, man. But as far as us going up against the Dolphins, yeah, it's just gonna be a lot of young dudes fighting to make a roster spot at this point. I mean, even with the Drake practices coming up, I don't feel like the starters will be out there too much. I mean, because it's pointless. It's pointless. So I want to see young dudes like I like the guy. What's his name? The safety we have, number 21. His name's Sharon or something. I
Oh,
like
that's
him. I like watching him out there. I
what?
want to see what. No. What's his name?
Yeah, no, that's who you're talking about. That's the
You're
same
close.
one I believe that couldn't wrap up Dobbs and he spun off on him. Yeah, I saw the back of his jersey number a lot, bro. I'm gonna tell you right now, I was not impressed with him. I was not impressed with my G, bro. I'm gonna have to shut that down. He is not making this roster. Number 21. What's his name, real quick? I'm gonna put it out there, bro, because we're gonna have to hold on that one, bro. Hold up. I think it's like Cashier or something like that. I know he's
Yeah,
probably
it's some weird name.
Yeah,
yeah,
see,
bro.
Drew just said it.
Oh no. He ain't making this roster, buddy.
But go ahead, Trey.
He played all right when he had to step in last year though. I don't know what was going on in this game, but like I said, like dudes like Josh Jobe, Tay Gowan, I want to see these dudes competing out there. I want to see I feel like, to be honest, I feel like Rager made this roster by default. I feel like there's a couple wide receivers under him that really could have made a bigger impact on his team this year. So, I mean, I don't really like those kind of battles. I like the ones that's actually battles. Like, I want to see some of these D linemen step up and try and make some plays. I just want to see them finish off their preseason strong heading into the regular season. That's all.
Yo,
Yep.
where are we getting this energy from Cash? From I don't even know how to say the kid's last name, so my apologies. But where are we getting so much energy for?
He played decent last year,
Okay, so a decent.
and he's been on our team. Like he's not no starter, but when he gets
All
his
right, so
PT,
time out there, because this is where I got a problem. Because again, at the same time, my light didn't went out. Hold up, my G. No, my thing is this: if Harris goes down, or if our other safety goes down, we're gonna have problems. I'm gonna tell you right now. If that's who we relying on, we gonna have some problems. That's all I'm saying. Hopefully he balls out this game. Maybe proves me wrong, but I ain't been high on him. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna keep it real with y'all.
And BG,
my main thing for next week is just seeing Quez Watkins race Tyreek Hill. I guess, like they said, bring Devin Allen too. I want to see these guys race. I think Quez knew what he was doing to put the hype around his name to make sure that this happens this week. So I want to see the Tyreek Hill, Quez Watkins race. And if Quez wins, everybody has to put the respect on Quez Watkins' name as being the fastest man in the NFL. And the fact that, he is already the best third string receiver in the league.
and there you go, Eagles Nation. There's you go. That's the end of another episode of the Birds of Broad Street. Like it says right there, thank y'all for coming down the Broad Street. Please like, subscribe, and comment to the Cool Cat, Trigger Trey, BG, Notion Gang, BIRDGANG Nation Sports Media, and Bird the Broad Street YouTube channel. Listen, y'all. I don't know what to tell you. This is once this preseason is done, we're going to have our 53-man roster. We're going to focus on the Detroit Lions, and we're going to focus on being the champs because that's what we're on the road to get some gold. Eagles Nation, y'all better recognize, don't let no street rats, Jersey Giants, and Washington Commanders tell you different. And that's the big old message from your boy, Missy Miss, Cool Cat Kind, YouTube representing the Birds, Trigger Trey, BG, Notion Gang, send us home, man.
You already know, gang. Listen, last preseason game, then the games count. So hopefully everybody gonna keep that same energy. I know before this season started, I got some bets I got to go ahead and make with some of these cow turds up in here because they've been talking spicy all season. And I'm pretty sure some of them ain't going to stand on none of this nonsense that they didn't saw. But the season's on the corner, gang, and we almost there. So y'all yourselves a safe and fantastic Eagles day. It's always
Always.
Eagles fly. And until
Till
next
next
time, y'all know what
time.
it is. Go
Go
to
Heat.
the
To
nose.
the
Yes,
ocean.
sir.